See, regarding the role of digital marketing, you hear a lot of buzz around digital marketing as if clearly new technologies have allowed companies or enabled companies to do many things in many different ways. So one of the influences of digital marketing, or in general the new technologies, digital technologies, has been the empowerment of customers. Clearly that has influenced the way firms operate. They are much more responsive, they are caring, they are involving customers, engaging them. So this whole ecosystem has evolved, which I addressed earlier. How has marketing changed? But we must pause, take a step back, and think where it all fits in. See, at a very fundamental level, marketing creates value for customers. If it does not create value, then customers will not buy a product or service, period. So that confusion should never be there. Now, these different things like digital marketing, so-called digital marketing, or even the social media marketing, all those related terms and all, they are different ways in which a company can create value. For example, earlier companies would sell through a brick and mortar store. Now there is some hassle involved for a customer to go to such a store, buy a thing, buy a product, bring it back. Perhaps the customer doesn't like it, perhaps the cost is high and they have to return, and so on. There are many different aspects to it. Now an online channel can be combined with brick and mortar to provide the customer a much better or superior value. For example, the customer could go ahead and do the research online to figure out what are the different products available. The customer doesn't have to go out to 20 different stores and spend so much time and money. So this becomes easier for the customer. This is lowered cost of information acquisition and therefore higher value. Value is basically nothing but what you get and what you give up in relation to competition. So therefore these different ways, these different technologies provide different ways of creating value. The fact that customers buy because of value remains the same. Now so when we talk about digital marketing, there is something that I want to caution here. Some companies go overboard in their excitement and they focus on digital marketing as an ad hoc tool to reach out to customers. I think that's a bad idea. The entire universe of digital marketing should not be treated as separately from the rest of the marketing. In fact, the company should treat all the arsenal available to them to reach out to customers and create value in an integrated fashion and use them in the most efficient way. So to repeat myself, I would say that digital marketing, certainly it has brought about many new ways of doing things, but it should not be treated as something independent of what we have been doing traditionally. Take another example, say loyalty programs, which we talked about earlier. Now, because of these digital marketing, the companies can reach out to customers in different ways, through their mobile, through their laptops, and so on, and they can track their behavior. So there are certain dimensions of value, customer value, can then be monitored using these technologies, and then the company can take that information and respond in different ways. So these technologies are essentially part of the changing environment, and companies have to be conscious of that and utilize them to create value. But are they something fundamentally different? Now, they are breakthrough technologies. They are a radical departure from the way we used to do things, but they are not a departure from why and how we do it. Why we do it and why customers purchase. So I hope this distinction is very clear.